evening. Welcome to another production by the Silver Foxes. Our guest today is Ramona Anson with her auto harp. Ramona's been playing the auto harp for about 15 years, she says. She has performed at churches and also at nursing homes and senior citizen groups and weddings and many other places. So now I am happy to present Ramona Anson and her auto harp. Welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
Well,
with
we're
you.
so happy to have you.
Thank you. I enjoy doing these programs, and I'd like to start with a number that I found in some sheet music I'd had since the 40s. Teenagers used to buy sheet music, not records. And this one was a very cute song, so I've used it in my program and get very good response from it. It's called I'm a Lonely Little Petunia.
I remember that.
That's dating it, isn't it? Of all the saddest words that I have ever heard, saddest is the story told me by a bird. It spent about an hour chatting with the flower, and here's the tale the flower told. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch, an onion patch, an onion patch. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch, and all I do is cry all day. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. The air's so strong it takes my breath away. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch. Oh, won't you come and play with me? Who put me in this bed? I'll bet his face is red. I call him down with every teardrop that I shed. If I only had him here, I'd take him by the ear and make him share my misery. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch, an onion patch, an onion patch. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch, and all I do is cry all day. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. The air's so strong it takes my breath away. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch. Oh, won't you come and play with me? Yes, it did to me.
Remember when my sister and I were 7 and 8, we had these little programs from the neighborhood group, and we always sang, I'm a lonely little petunia.
It was a very cute song, and I like those types of songs. And also my audience likes something that's funny. So one of the songs that I have enjoyed doing for quite some time was one that was done by my grandfather when we were children growing up. And I always got such a kick out of the way that he sang it. So when I found the words in music, I've been using it ever since and get requests for it. It's called Sweet Violets, which has nothing to do with the song. There once was a farmer who took a young miss in back of the barn where he gave her a lecture on horses and chickens and eggs, and told her that she had such beautiful manners that suited a girl of her charms, a girl that he wanted to take in his washing and ironing, and then if she did, they could get married and raise lots of sweet violets, sweeter than the roses, covered all over from head to toe, covered all over with sweet violets. The girl told the farmer that he'd better stop, and she called her father, and he called a taxi, and got there before very long. 'Cause someone was doing his little girl right for a change, and so that's why he said, if you marry her son, you'd be better off single. 'Cause it's always been my belief, marriage will bring a man nothing but sweet violets, sweeter than the roses, covered all over from head to toe, covered all over with sweet violets. The farmer decided he'd wed anyway, and started in planning for his wedding suit, which he purchased for only $1. But then he found out he was just out of money, and so he got left in the lurch, standing and waiting in front of the end of the story, which just goes to show all a girl wants from a man is his sweet violet, sweeter than the roses, covered all over from head to toe, covered all over with sweet violets.
That was excellent. I think I have heard the song with different wording, but I really like yours much better.
I try to have songs that people enjoy.
I noticed you hold your auto harp in a different way than we did in school. Would you like to tell us about it?
This is called the Appalachian Method. Originally was started by Mother Maybelle Carter of the Carter family, who sang folk and country music for a good many years. And it's a lot easier for an individual to hold it like this, and I enjoyed using it this way rather than just on a table. This way you get to see the auto harp, where otherwise you don't notice it too much.
Well, you're very adept at it. I just marvel at the way your fingers are working.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. I have another song here that also was sung to me by my grandfather, and of course it's been in a lot of music books ever since. It's called "Oh Dear, What Can the Matter Be?" Remember that one?
That's a familiar one.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Oh dear, what can the matter be? Johnny so long at the fair, he promised to buy me a beautiful fairing, a gay bit of lace that the girls are all wearing. He promised he'd bring me a bunch of blue ribbons to tie up my bonny brown hair. So it's oh dear, what can the matter be? Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Oh dear, what can the matter be? Johnny so long at the fair. He promised he'd buy me a basket of posies, a garland of lilies, a wreath of red roses, a little straw hat to set off the blue ribbons that tie up my bonny brown hair. So it's oh dear, what can the matter be? Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Oh dear, what can the matter be? Johnny so long at the fair.
Oh, that was nice. What is the origin of that song? Could it be Irish by any chance?
It sounds to me like an Irish type of song. It's in a book of folk music, and they don't always recognize where the songs came from. I didn't see an author on this one. It's just anonymous.
I really like it. They bring back such memories.
Well, I think this is the type of program that most of the places where I go enjoy, is bringing back some of those memories of
Oh,
when
the
they
people
were
in the
growing up.
the nursing homes? Does it bring a reaction from those
Usually
people?
they have some reaction, and even if they don't show it, sometimes I'll stop and talk as I go out, and different ones will say, "Thank you, I remembered that song, and it was pleasant to have you here."
Well, I was really impressed last August, a year ago last August at St. Paul Methodist Church when you performed for our Omaha retired teachers. I just thought, oh, she's got so much talent.
Oh, thank you. You're very nice. As I remember saying, this is something that we enjoy. The applause, I think if you're a ham, which most of us are, who go out and entertain, we enjoy knowing that people recognize and like the music that we do.
That's quite true. I don't think we ever get too old
I
to
hope
want
not.
a little recognition. I understand you recently celebrated your 42nd wedding anniversary.
Yes, we have been together 42 years, which is not too unusual for our group of friends, but we're very proud of the fact that we've had a lovely 42 years and 3 children and 9 grandchildren.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful life. 9 grandchildren.
Yes.
My, you're very fortunate.
Yes, we think that we are very fortunate. They're great children, ranging in age from 1 to 17.
Oh, how lovely.
And they're all close here in Omaha, so that we get to see them whenever we like.
Well, congratulations to you and your husband.
Thank you very much. I have a song here that goes along with more modern type of writer. It was written by Woody Guthrie, but it also has a little funny side to it, and it's called So Long. That's not what I mean. I'm so long is the name of the song. I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again, of the people I've met and the places I've seen, of some of the trouble that bothered my mind, and a lot of good people that I've left behind. Sing so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along. The sweethearts, they sat in the dark and they sparked, they hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed and they cried and they hugged and they kissed, but instead of a marriage they talked like this. Honey, so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along. He went to her family and asked them for her. They all said, take her, oh, take her, please do. She can't cook or sew, and she won't scrub your floors. So he put on his hat and tiptoed out the door, saying, so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, so long, it's been good to know ya, a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along. His telephone rang and it jumped off the wall. That was the preacher making a call. He said, we're waiting to tie the knot. You're getting married, believe it or not. The church, it was jammed, the church, it was packed. The pews were so crowded from front to the back. 1,000 friends waited to greet his new bride, but he was so anxious, he rushed her outside. Told them so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. A long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
Oh, that was nice. I have never really heard all the words to that song before. Is that something that sailors used to sing back in the war days, World War II?
That could have been. It was written by Woody Guthrie. I don't remember just how long he has been writing music.
I know it's been around for a long time.
I like the folk type music, and
I do too.
some of his songs are very good.
Is Woody Guthrie still living?
Now you're asking me something that I don't know.
Sure, you know,
I
I've
thought he
seen his
was.
name in print, but
I have a lot of his music, but I really don't know much about him individual. So, would you like me to do another song? Let's see.
Oh,
This is not
yes,
by
you
Woody
would.
Guthrie.
you are so gifted.
Thank you. This is a spiritual that I have enjoyed doing. It's called Noah Found Grace in the Eyes of the Lord.
I don't believe I've ever heard that one, Ramona.
Well, it's one of my favorites, and I hope you will like it too.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
The Lord looked down from his window in the sky, said, I created man, but I don't remember why. Nothing but fighting since creation day. I'll send a little water and wash 'em all away. The Lord came down and looked around a spell, and there was Mr. Noah behaving mighty well. And that is the reason the scriptures record Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, and he landed high and dry. The Lord said, Noah, there's gonna be a flood. There's gonna be some water and there's gonna be some mud. So take off your hat, Noah, take off your coat. Get Ham, Shem, and Japheth and build yourself a boat. Noah said, Lord, I don't believe I could. The Lord said, Noah, get some sturdy gopher wood. Never know what you can do till you try. Build it 50 cubits wide and 30 cubits high. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, and he landed high and dry. Noah said, there she is, Lord. The Lord said, Noah, it's time to get aboard. Take of each creature a he and a she, and of course Mrs. Noah and your whole family. Noah said, Lord, it's getting mighty dark. The Lord said, Noah, get those creatures on the ark. Noah said, Lord, it's beginning to pour. The Lord said, Noah, hurry up and shut the door. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, and he landed high and dry. The ark rose up on the bosom of the deep, and after 40 days Mr. Noah took a peek. Said, we're not moving, Lord, where are we at? The Lord said, you're sitting right on Mount Ararat. Noah said, Lord, it's getting mighty dry. rainbow in the sky. Take all your creatures and people the earth, but be sure you aren't more trouble than you're worth. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, and he landed high and dry.
Oh, that was really lovely. I have never heard that song before.
Oh, it is one that it's easy to do and it's very enjoyable and it also tells a story.
I like the chorus too.
I have another song that I have been asked to do quite a few times, but it's rather an inspirational song too, and it's called One Day at a Time. This is a Chris Christopherson song that has been recorded by a woman too. I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Help me believe in what I could be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time. Do you remember when you walked among men? Well, Jesus, you know if you're looking below, it's worse now than then. Pushing and shoving, crowd in my mind. So for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time.
What a beautiful song, and you did it. It was so lovely the way you did it. I just don't know how to tell you. And you say Chris Christopherson wrote that one?
Yes.
He is one of my favorite Well, we have a few minutes left, so we'd like for you to choose what you'd like to do.
I have one that I like to close programs with because I've always heard leave people laughing. And this is one that gets to be truer through the years as I've sang it, and it's called Get Up and Go. How do I know my youth is all spent? My get up and go has got up and went, but in spite of it all, I'm able to grin and think of the places my get up has been. When I was young, my slippers were red. I could kick up my heels right over my head. When I was older, my slippers were blue, but I could still dance the whole night through. Now I'm older, my slippers are black. I hop to the store and I hop my way back, but never you laugh, I don't mind at all. I'd rather be hopping than not hop at all. How do I know my youth is all spent? My get up and go has got up and went, but in spite of it all, I'm able to grin and think of the places my get up has been.
Oh, that was a cute little song. Ramona, we are so grateful for you sharing your musical talent with us this afternoon. And this is Mary Stiebel saying thank you for watching another Cox of Silver Foxes production. And I wonder if Ramona would just like to strum the zither for the last 30 seconds or so. You've been so, lovely and talented this afternoon.